What up, y'all? It's your girl Raven Nicole back at it with another one. Wearing a hat, no cap. And I'm doing it because a lot of people tell me I don't look good in the hat. And I'm telling y'all, don't box me. Anyway, let's get into it. As kids, they tell us we can be anything that we want to be. They say they say things like Santa Claus, and they let us believe in Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, all those other characters that, for the most part, we know they don't exist. I mean, they may somewhere deep in the realms, but I don't know. We know they don't exist. They set us up to believe that anything is possible. We can do anything that we want to do as long as we put our mind to it. As long as we believe, then we can achieve. They make us think that there's no limitations, and that's as we're kids. But as we get older, they begin to decrease our limitations. Like when you're like a little taller, they say, "No, don't touch that." That's for obvious safety reasons, and we get that. Okay, don't touch that. Our limitation is a little bit smaller. Okay, so we can do anything. We can do anything that we want, but we can't touch that. Got you. Okay. So then they go a little bit bigger, and they say you need to be home at a certain time. You don't need to hang out with them or that. Again, for obvious safety reasons. But we're like, okay, we can do anything we want, but we can't touch that, and we can't hang out with them, and we can't be late to come home. Limitations get a little bit smaller. Our box gets a little bit smaller. Then they get more realistic, and they tell us, think realistically. You can't be a princess. You can't be a singer. You can't be an actor. That's just not something that's common. Think realistically so you can make money, so you can take care of your family, and do this, do that. Um, for obvious safety reasons. Again, right? They don't want you to get your feelings hurt. They want to set you up in the future for success. Well, actually, no. Because once we become older, it's unfortunate, but we get so jaded that we cycle to the cycle of realistic, that we follow the norms, we stick to the script, and everything is going to work out. So as long as we follow the norms, we stick to the script, everything's working out. Anything outside of that, no, that's for the other people. That's for the dreamers. That's not for me, and that's not gonna be for my kids. That's not gonna be for my family, and that's not gonna be for my friends, because that's unrealistic. I'm not saying that everyone does this, because obviously there are famous and successful people. There's people that's out there getting it. I have a couple people that I see in my immediate vicinity that are getting it. And I'm like, wow, you get it, girl. You get it, boy. And I'm cheering them on, because whatever. Um. So once we feel like we're not able to accomplish it, we what we once thought we could, we put that on our friends or family, and then we're less likely to try to test those limitations and break those restrictions. So once they get older, they see all these limitations. They're like, okay, my mom and my dad, they told me I can do anything that I want to do, but I can't touch that. I gotta be home. I can't do what I want to do. I can't be what I want to be. And so if they break out of the thought of that, they get to the point and they're like, maybe I can. And so they get it and they hit their first obstacle and they're like, they were right. And if they get past that, they hit another obstacle and they're like, they were right. Get past that, another obstacle. They were right. I'm going to quit. And then they go back into that realm and they start the whole pattern over again. It just repeats itself. When I was in college, I had one of these senior classes, and the professor, he told us to write a paper about what do we want to do when we graduate, what do we plan to use our degree in, and all this stuff. And so I wrote this paper out. I had all these big dreams, all these big plans, and I was like, dang, I'm excited for this, and I'm excited to hear what he has to say about it. So I turned it in. I was all like happy and stuff. Next class period, he comes to me and he's like, Raven, you need to narrow your sights a little bit. This is unrealistic. You're dreaming too big. In so many words, I got offended. I'm like, what you mean I'm dreaming too big? Like, what? I just couldn't fathom. I couldn't fathom what he was saying to me. Like, how you gonna tell me I'm dreaming too big? And he was like, well, I'm sorry, you just are. Like, that's just not how the world is set up, and blase, blase, blase. And so I'm like, okay. So I went and took the paper back, and I looked over it, and I looked over what I was saying, and I realized he was right about something. The paper was not done. It was not complete, but it wasn't unrealistic. Hold on, the computer went off. Y'all hold on. It gets idle when I'm on this webcam. But it wasn't unrealistic. So as I went back and I thought about the paper, I was fuming and angry, like, how dare he? He doesn't know what he's talking about. But I began to read it over, and I began to see that the issue was not that it was unrealistic. I mean, at least in my eyes, it was because it was unorganized, and for the most part, it was unconnected. So I'm like, okay, I get it. So what he's seeing is I have all these dreams, and they don't connect, and he's wondering, like, how can you do all this? That doesn't make any sense. And so what I did is I set out to connect all these. I set out a plan. I did everything, and it not only was it in my eyes perfect, but I got an A on the paper after that. And he was like, this is better, organized better, connected better, all that stuff. And I still don't think he thought I could do it, but at least I got an A. At least, I don't know, we made some progress there. But I use this example because if I would have just sat there and been mad at him and not understanding that the issue was in me and not on him, then I would have stayed in that, and I would have like just been like, first of all, I would have had a bad grade, but then I would have been like, oh, that's another person that just doesn't believe in me, and maybe I would have gave up because I felt attacked, you know? Instead, I focused on, okay, I see my error, let me correct it. I need to plan, I need to organize. And that took me into, okay, maybe we should plan and organize. So I think maybe one of our biggest problems is we let our limitations control us instead of letting our possibilities control us. And so when we say these limitations, we say you have no limitations. Let's branch out and say, furthermore, you have no limitations. You have all these possibilities. Let's see what you can do. Because with limitations, limitations are just, I think they're fear-driven. Like, possibilities is like, you have the world at your fingertips. Like, you have all these possibilities. And I think with most people, the biggest problem is that we get stuck in our limitations instead of our possibilities. We're like, we don't have time. We can't do it. This is impossible. You know, instead of saying, I actually snoozed a lot this morning. I played my video game a lot today. I laid in bed a lot today. This is a lot of possibilities where I can be using that in order to do my dream. Finish that book I've been working on. Finish a song I've been working on. Put out my own music instead of producing other people all the time. You know, like, just don't, like, we shouldn't be so scared. Because if I let fear drive me, I wouldn't put out half these videos. Like, the consistency videos, I know that quality of the beats in the songs, they weren't too great just because I was doing everything from scratch in a day, and I'm still working on my mix, hashtag struggle bus. But if I was fearful, I wouldn't get those out. And I think I made there's some good styles of songs, and I may redo them in the future. If y'all think I should redo them in the future, comment that down below. Let me know. Let me make sure I'm recording. Yeah, I'm recording. Comment that down there below. But I think also, like, if we shift our limitations into possibilities, instead of saying like that's not realistic, let's shift it into possibility. That say like it's possible, but it'll be hard. You have to focus. You have to organize your steps. You have to organize your goals, and you may fail. It's possible that you may fail. You may fail 100 times. You may fail 200 times. You may fail 1,500 times. You may fail more than that. But as long as you keep pushing, anything is possible. I don't know. That's just my thought. All right, y'all comment down below. Y'all let me know what y'all think on the topic. Y'all think limitations or possibilities are the same thing? You think they're different? You think one's the other? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about boxing and. No, I'm just kidding. Just let me know what you think down below. Don't box me. Don't box your kids. Don't box your family. Don't box your wife. They boxing people out here. Hide your kids. Hide your what? Nah, that sounds a little dangerous. But I think this is where I sign off. So let's rock.
Raven, what you think?
Yeah, I'm on a mission, so pay attention, make sure you listen. Little strange, no fame, just a little different. Move around that underground, change your position. High up the ground, king of crown, with the slightest tension. Perpetual struggle, the physics got for bloody knuckle. Life for chuckle, take a couple shots of fizzy bubble. Never busted out.